What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you're subscribed to the channel by tapping on the subscribe. And go ahead and comment and leave your opinions in the comments and stuff like that. And check out the playlist where I have all my videos in different folders. You know, I have a lot of videos in their own folders for music reactions and all that. But before we get into what I wanted to talk about, so those will be leaving comments saying, why are you talking about the gang shit? Well, it's just stupid. What are you talking about that? You should talk about that. What did you expect my channel was going to talk about? It's a street gang channel. So why would I choose to talk about other things if this is what my channel's about? This is what my channel's about. This is why we talk about it. So why would I choose to talk about other things if this is what my channel's about? If you don't like it, there's plenty of other channels on YouTube. You don't have to watch mine. It's an option. So why would I choose to talk about other things if that's not what my channel's about? This is what my channel's about. That's why we talk about it. So why would I choose to talk about other things? It's not that I'm the one that's out of place. You're the one that's out of place. You know what I mean? You can't go into Subway and order a steak. They serve sandwiches there. I understand a steak is better. I understand you want a steak and eat a steak. But it's Subway. They serve sandwiches. Get it? My channel's a street gang channel. So why would you choose to come in here and expect to find other things or be in shock that this is what we're speaking about? I'm just saying. Now, going to what I wanted to talk about. This is just giving my opinion. It's not to put anybody down. It's not to glorify anything. It's not to promote anything or none of that. It's just some advice because I do hear some, a lot of youngsters actually talking reckless, talking without knowing, probably repeating what they see on the internet and etc. like that. Because it comes out of the younger generation more than anything else. That's no shot being taken. Just calling it how it is. When they're referring to PCs, dropouts, snitches, and all that. Now, I'm not a snitch or a dropout or a PC or none of that. You know what I mean? I never debriefed. I'm cool with all my homies. I still chill in my hood and all that. I got no dirt on my name. But just for people to understand, just because they're PCs, just because they're dropouts or on the other side of the fence, doesn't mean that they're weenies, doesn't mean that they're punks, doesn't mean that they're bitches. Keep this in mind. Those people that are PCs or dropouts or whatever, no goods on these PC yards, SNY yards, they're still the same individuals that were doing pegadas, that were dropping motherfuckers, that were bashing fools' heads open, that were taking lives. These are the very exact same killer individuals. Don't ever get it twisted. Just because he's a PC or whatever doesn't mean he can't take your life. Doesn't mean he won't bash your head in. Doesn't mean he won't be quick to pick up that pedazo and get you with it. Don't ever get it twisted, my boy. And I'm not defending them because I think their actions are weak. I think there is no excuse for what they did. Because the way I see it is that you yourself chose all these things. No one forced you to do anything. You painted this way for yourself and now you don't want to own up to it. That is my problem with what I have with them. And why I will never view it from their point of view or even bother to even care what they have to say. Because there's nothing that they could tell me that could convince me otherwise. Because like I said, no one forces you to do anything. You make life is only what you make it, my boy. You know what I mean? But they want to put the blame game because, like I said, what I think that the moves that they made are weak moves, but that doesn't make them bitches, and it doesn't make them softer, or it doesn't mean that they won't take flight. Like I said, don't ever get it twisted, my boy. By you thinking that these individuals are weak, that is a stupid move. And one that could cost you your life. Don't ever think that these individuals won't be quick to get it cracking. Remember, they're still the same killer and same individuals that were putting in work for their neighborhood, that were doing things, homie, doing big things, some things that half of the individuals that choose to judge these people wouldn't be able to do. And like I said, I'm not defending them or nothing like that, because like I said, what I think they did is a weak move, in my opinion. Um, but the fact is, that doesn't make them, bitches. You know what I mean? I could have respect, their actions and what they did, and I could call that move soft. I could call that move weak. I could call it a bitch move. But it doesn't mean that these individuals are bitches and weenies and none of that. Um, you get what I'm saying? And anybody that's out there that really knows the business, they can tell you the same thing. Um, I like to see a homie that really did time and all that tell me that I'm lying in the comments. They know that these individuals are about their business. They know what these individuals could do. So don't ever think that I get it. Snitches is weak and bitch. Yes, 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 yes. Of course, all that's true and all everything like that. But meaning for their action, not for that individual. And yes, are some PCs and all that weenies? Yes, yes, yes. Not all of them. There's some motherfuckers right there, you know, that do things, homie. So don't ever, like I said, don't ever underestimate another individual. That will be the foolish thing to do. Just because these motherfuckers debriefed and everything like that, don't make them, don't take them lightly because of that. And that's real talk. Um, you know, it's just that I see a lot of people, because they see these fools are bitches. You ain't about nothing. Like, well, no, that doesn't mean all of that, bro. Whoa, let's slow the horse down here. You know what I mean? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Um, you know what I'm saying? Look, if there's one thing I'm gonna advise, right? Like they say, the tongue is the most powerfulest thing. Your mouth, pues. It could start wars and it could end wars. Know how to maneuver your mouth. Not knowing how to maneuver your mouth is why fools end up dead. Why they end up in the PC yards. Why shit could crack like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, when these individuals debrief, it was because they weren't able to control their mouth. There's other homies that do their time fine, a lot of them, and with no trouble. You want to know why? Because they don't throw themselves out there. Because they don't say all this and that. Because they don't want to add spice to their name. They don't be, oh yeah, I know this, vato. Oh, I could get it. Oh, I know how to do it. Oh, wow, whoa. You know what I mean? Always trying to be in the mix. Always got something to say. Always know somebody. Always trying to throw themselves in there. Then guess what happens? Shit doesn't go according to plan. Shit goes sideways. And all of a sudden, now it's time to pay the piper. And now all of a sudden, these individuals are like, oh, can you believe these homies are trying to get at me like that? Well, like, yeah, well, maybe if you would have stayed fucking quiet and not been throwing yourself out there like you were and trying to be Mr. Salsa, you wouldn't be in this predicament. But no, since you wanted to have status in your name, there you go. There's your prize. Own up to it. But what, now it's an issue? Now it's a problem? Now you don't want to talk? Or at least to them. Know how to maneuver your mouth. Same with other individuals when all of a sudden they get a Glock in their face. What happened? You were talking all that shit on the internet. You were running your mouth, dissing this individual. Now, shit, learn how to maneuver your mouth. When your friend finds out you've been talking shit about him behind his back and he's confronting you and you're like, hey, what's up with this for? Well, maybe you shouldn't have been talking shit about him behind his back. Know how to maneuver your mouth. Like I said, the mouth it could start wars and it could end wars. Know how to play your cards. Know what you're saying and what you shouldn't say and what you shouldn't stick your nose. Mind your own, bro. If you don't know these individuals, don't voice your opinion on them. You know what I mean? If it's beef between certain individuals, then that's their beef. Don't get involved. Don't give your opinions. Don't choose a side. It's a free country. Anybody could say whatever they want. It's America. That's the beauty of America. You get to say whatever you want. But understand that saying whatever you want does come with repercussions. You know what I mean? So just understand that when you give your opinion on something, if you're offending somebody, don't be surprised when they take flight on you. You know what I mean? Um, and that's for anything in life. You know what I mean? Treat others how you want to be treated. Show respect, you'll get respect. You know what I mean? Um, because when a lot of individuals who aren't even gang related or aren't even about the streets and everything like that, but yet they want to be calling people snitches and dropouts and and talking all this nonsense, and it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be poking that bear. Just some advice, you know what I mean? Like know what you're doing. Just think about shit and just learn. You know, just carry yourself better. You know, just you know what I mean. Just if it ain't your beef, just mind your own and like why be a part of the drama and why get in the mix of nonsense? You get nothing out of it. It don't make you down. You don't get gold. You don't get. It's nothing. It's all pointless. That's why I choose not to engage in any kind of nonsense. You know what I mean? Real individuals do real things and handle things when they need to be handled, and never for glorifying purposes, and never for uh, the impression of others or none of that. You know what I mean? Um, I'm just saying. But that's just my advice and my opinion on that. You know what I mean? Maybe help somebody out. And Shadow, we out.